Julie, what did you learn about producing? What did this teach you?
I learned a lot. I learned that producers work much harder than actors and get paid less. That's what I learned. And I have a lot of respect for them, and I will never complain again.
Did you find, though, that now I understand some of the choices they make? Like when you say, I didn't get cast in this because.
Well, casting is definitely something that I've done some directing before, so I was more familiar with that process and definitely learned to take casting less personally after being on the other side. You realize that there's so many forces at play. It's not always the best actor. You're figuring out a whole ecosystem and how it's going to work. Um, I I think I really figured out that there's a lot of, you've got a partner like Disney who's great. And there's a lot of you've got to meet a lot of different needs and a lot of from the people on the set to the highest levels. And sometimes there's compromises that don't make sense to somebody who's just standing on set like I used to do.
But it makes sense. It makes sense. For both of you, this is a little more adult than most Disney films. And there's a specific area that I could reference, but I don't want to reference.
Uh-huh.
How do you get by with that?
You want to take that on, yeah?
I mean, Disney, I feel like Disney wanted to do this movie because they also are trying to really grow their teen, mid kind of range viewership and really dig into that. And this was a way to do it. I mean, when you look at the other stuff that's out there for teens, it is a little bit more grown up and they are exposed to a lot more things on the internet and on their phones. And so it's like this movie, I think, had a real strong Disney feel. But we tried to elevate it and just bring it into kind of the present day, as it were, and blaze a trail for Disney into this.
Yeah, Disney wants to grow with its audience. They have such a solid base in the Disney Channel, but then when you're moving into Disney Plus and you have the whole family watching, it's not inappropriate to have references to some more mature subject matter. So we did.
I love the idea that there was a boy-girl friendship, but it didn't have to lead to romance. I thought that was a really cool kind of aspect of the film, and I hope that's a lot. I hope that happens a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that was really important. When I read the script, I was like, I don't see this. I don't see a lot of, hetero kids being friends, male, female. You just don't see that. And I think it's something that is a reality in the world. And you can have friends with the opposite sex and support each other and love each other and be in a friendship. And I think Peyton and Milo crafted it beautifully.
Yeah, I think sometimes there's too much pressure, if you will. You can't just be friends. It's got to lead to something else. But
yeah.
Do you two remember promposals? I never had that in my day, but I'm ancient, so there you go.
No, I think that these are pretty recent. I have my own theory, and that is that they came along with social media and the rise of the smartphones in the late, aughts. Because before that, you weren't doing big splashy things because you weren't trying to record them and show them on social media. But I could be wrong.
Well, how are you asked to prom? Somebody comes up to you and says, "Would you like to go to prom with me?" And that was it?
Well,
I was back in the passing note stages. I mean, I wrote my prom date a letter because he lived in another city and had to fly in for it, and he did, and it was amazing. But I think if you're in a high school back in the day, you were like writing a letter, or you had your friend go ask. It was very contained.
And I went to a boarding school. We didn't have a prom, so I got to avoid that altogether.
Oh no, this is your prom then. This is it.
All the better, right? It's my wish fulfillment.
There's also a very John Hughes vibe to this film. Did you plan that, or is it just because of the times?
100% planned.
It was absolutely planned in the script and in the development. We wanted to reference it. We wanted to say that those movies left us feeling really good, but then upon reflection, have some really problematic stuff. And we needed a director who could put all of that together and in a visual language, and Anya did a great job.
You did. Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I appreciate it. It's lots of fun to watch.